$50,000. For a car that can literally snitch on you, break itself with a software glitch, and financially wreck you the moment the warranty expires. That's not an upgrade. That's a trap. And right now, smart drivers are quietly walking away from it, buying 20-year-old cars instead, and using something called the pre-screen loophole to completely beat the system. If that sounds insane, stick with me, because once you see how this works, you'll never look at modern cars the same way again. Walk into any dealership today and just look around. The lighting is perfect. The cars are spotless. Everything feels premium. But behind that polished showroom is one brutal reality. The average new car price in America is pushing close to $50,000, and most buyers aren't paying cash. They're being locked into 72 to 84-month loans. That's 7 years of payments on a machine that starts losing value the second you drive it off the lot. But depreciation isn't even the worst part anymore. The real problem is what you're actually buying. Modern cars are no longer purely mechanical machines. They are software platforms, rolling computers, smartphones on wheels. And just like your phone, they are designed with a lifespan, a cycle, and a built-in expiration point. Start with the interior. Look at any car built after 2018. The physical buttons are disappearing. The tactile knobs are gone. Everything has been replaced with a giant touchscreen glued to the center console. Automakers market this as luxury, as innovation, as the future. But that's not what it is. It's cost-cutting. Think about it. Manufacturing dozens of physical switches, knobs, and wired controls requires copper, mechanical parts, and assembly time. A single touchscreen replaces all of that with one cheap component. It's easier to install, cheaper to produce, and more profitable. But here's where it turns into a disaster for you. In an older car, if your AC knob breaks, you go to a junkyard, spend $5, snap a new one in place, and you're back on the road. In a modern car, that same AC control is buried inside software. It lives in the touchscreen. So when that screen fails, and it will fail, you don't just lose your radio, you lose your climate control, your defrost, your ability to safely operate the vehicle. And dealerships don't repair these systems, they replace them. $3,000, $4,000 for a single screen. A simple electronic failure can effectively total your car. And that's just the beginning, because the real scam isn't visible. It's running quietly in the background, every second you're driving. Every modern vehicle now comes equipped with telematics systems, built-in cellular connections, and constant data transmission. Your car is no longer just transportation, it's a data collection device. It monitors how fast you accelerate, how hard you brake, where you go, when you go there, how long you stay. And recently, the truth came out. Major automakers have been packaging this data and selling it to third-party brokers, companies that then sell it directly to insurance providers. Drivers across the country have reported something shocking. Their insurance premiums suddenly doubled, even though they never had an accident. Why? Because their own car reported them. Hard braking at a yellow light, quick acceleration onto a highway. Small driving behaviors you'd never think twice about are now being logged, analyzed, and used against you. You paid tens of thousands of dollars for a machine that monitors you and then helps companies charge you more money. That's not convenience, that's surveillance. And under the hood, things don't get any better. To meet aggressive fuel efficiency standards, automakers have completely changed engine design. Instead of large, durable engines, they now use tiny, highly stressed turbocharged engines. 3 cylinders, pushing massive vehicles under extreme pressure. On paper, it looks efficient. In reality, it's a ticking time bomb. High turbo pressure increases heat and stress. Components wear faster. Head gaskets fail. Internal parts degrade at a much higher rate. Then there's the transmission. Instead of traditional geared transmissions, many modern cars use CVTs, continuously variable transmissions. These systems rely on belts and pulleys instead of physical gears, and over time, those belts wear down. Metal shavings build up, friction increases, and eventually, the transmission fails. often before 100,000 miles. You're left with repair bills that can reach $5,000 to $8,000. At that point, most people don't repair the car, they replace it, and the cycle starts again. But here's where everything changes, because there's a loophole, a very specific window in automotive history, where cars hit a perfect balance between modern reliability and old-school durability. Mechanics call it the golden era, roughly between 1996 and 2008, and 1996 is the key. That's when OBD2 diagnostics became mandatory. Every car had to include a standardized computer system that could be scanned for issues. That means cars from this era are modern enough to diagnose easily, but old enough to avoid the digital overload. They have fuel injection, so they start reliably in cold weather. They have sensors and onboard computers, so you can plug in a cheap scanner and instantly read error codes. They include airbags and improved crash safety. But they don't have the modern problems. No touchscreen dependency, no constant internet connection, no data tracking, no subscription features, no remote shutdown risks. They use physical keys, real wiring. Mechanical systems you can actually understand and repair. This is what the pre-screen loophole is all about. You're buying a car built just before the industry crossed the line, before software replaced hardware, before convenience became control. And the best part, these cars are cheap, because most people don't understand their value. So what should you actually look for? Start with the legends. Late 90s to early 2000s Toyota Camry, Honda Accord, especially the 4-cylinder models. These engines are known for extreme longevity. We're talking 300,000 miles, sometimes more, with basic maintenance. They use simpler engine designs, fewer failure points, and proven engineering that has stood the test of time. If you need a truck, look for late 90s GM models with the 5.7-liter V8. These engines are simple, powerful, and incredibly durable. Just avoid newer models with cylinder deactivation systems. Those introduce complexity and long-term reliability issues. And if you want something bigger, something almost indestructible, look at the Ford Panther platform, Crown Victoria, Mercury Grand Marquis, Lincoln Town Car. These vehicles were designed for police fleets and taxis. That means one thing: durability. They use body-on-frame construction, like a truck. They have a 4.6-liter V8 engine that runs under low stress. Parts are everywhere, cheap, easy to replace, and because they were fleet vehicles, they were built to survive abuse. You can find well-maintained examples for around $4,000 to $5,000, and they will outlast many brand new luxury SUVs that cost 10 times as much. Now here's how you actually execute the loophole. First, don't finance. That's critical. Financing locks you into depreciation, interest, and long-term risk. Instead, save cash. Around $5,000 is enough to start. Second, avoid dealerships. Those bright showrooms come with markups and pressure tactics. Go private. Use Facebook Marketplace or local listings and look for cars with clean history, preferably from older owners who maintain them well. When you inspect the car, focus on analog simplicity. A physical key, real AC knobs, a mechanical shifter. These details matter. They mean fewer electronics, fewer failure points. You're not just buying a car, you're opting out of a system built to drain your money through software and data tracking. That's why smart drivers are making this move. Not because they're broke, but because they understand the game. They see the trap and choose not to play. So ask yourself, $50,000 for stress and surveillance, or $5,000 for something that just works? If this opened your eyes, hit like and subscribe. I break down hidden engineering scams every week, and trust me, cars are just the start. The same trap is happening in your home appliances right now, and the next video exposes exactly how.